development institutions in entrepreneurship development and economic growth, role of banks.
Chala.
The research work has been carried out under the guidance of Dr. Shobhana Chaudhary. Development institutions in entrepreneurship development and economic growth, role of banks. The research work has been carried out under the guidance of Dr. Shobhana Chaudhary. Development institutions in entrepreneurship development and role of banks. The research work has been carried out under the guidance of Sir, 1 second, sir.
Go ahead, madam. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. 1 second, sir. We have a technical glitch. Just a
Oh.
minute.
Okay, madam. Okay, no issue. No issue. Yes, madam. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So today's Viva Voice is being conducted for Mr. Amar Shankar Mishra, and we are honored to welcome here external guest, Professor Mahendra Babu, Head Department of Management, HNB Garhwal Central University. Sir has come all the way from Srinagar, Uttarakhand, and he is physically present here. Thank you so much, sir. We welcome you. We also have our guest, Dr. Chandravanus Chavan, Senior Professor, Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management, Mumbai University, and sir is here with us online. We welcome you as well, sir. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
madam. Yes,
Thanks.
madam. Yes, madam. Go ahead.
Sincerely thank all our distinguished examiners for giving their valuable time and agreeing to evaluate the doctoral research work. Now, sir, if you permit, we can request the scholar to go ahead with the presentation of his research work.
Please go ahead, sir.
Over to you.
Go ahead, madam. Go ahead, madam.
Respected registrar, sir, today's our external evaluator, sir, and Professor Mahendra Babu, sir, online joined Dr. Chandrahan Chavan, sir. Thank you, all of you. And at this occasion, I also acknowledge the support by our previous VCs, present VCs, previous registrars, present registrars, or the faculty members of the management department, my supervisor, that I could make I could include all the suggestions during the various review committees, etc. And finally, this has come to the final shape that you people have evaluated. And today here I am to make the final presentations for the Viva Voice. So I will start, sir. Just a professional background of mine about me. So, sir, I started my career in 2001. I started working in plasma research, which was an institute under Department of Atomic Energy in clerical cadre. Then I shifted to Andhra Bank probationary officers. And 2007 till date, I have been working with Reserve Bank of India, a premium regulatory institution of India, in various roles, preferably earlier 5 years in HRMD. Then I have looked after currency management, RBI role as a banker to bank, banker to government, and RBI supervisory role during my tenure at Patna. Then I have also worked as member of faculty. I was teaching currency management, banking rules, and payment and settlement system to the staff members of our institute. Subsequently, I worked in 21 to 25 HR operations divisions located at Bengaluru. And then as present date, I am working as Deputy General Manager in a team that is inspection and audit team, like it is CAG of central government. So it is our internal team for RBI. So beside that, I have also executed some editorial experience during my student career and in working profiles. So I have executed role of editor, editorial board, student editor, executive editor. These are English Literary Society. This is the Vyakti, Plasma Jyoti, and Muktangam. These 4 journals I was looking after. So reasons to pursue PhD, sir. It is, I mean, the moment I came to know about the PhD journey, I was thinking that why I should pursue. So the first thing is that as a central banker, policy making in consultation with the government of India is the core activity of ours. So to understand policy implementation at the ground level towards the desired outcome was the pinching point that helped me to understand how it improves the ability to understand and solve the problems in a scientific method. So with these things, I started. Of course, this is also having some long-term career goals within the organizations, as well as enhancing the present level of knowledge and refining it for the society at large. That was carried through some of the research papers that I have also published. I will show in later on. So why I chose this topic? Sir, relevance to broader development is one of the agenda of RBI. Out of many work, one work is to promote inclusive and sustainable development, where role of growth, role of institutions and financial mechanism is correlated. So this has given me the opportunity to understand and analyze the aspects related to financial inclusion, rural empowerment, institutional credit, financial institutions, and livelihood generations at the rural level. Ultimately, bridging training and finance. So, linkage between learning and earning basically forms the crux of inclusive development policy, and underlying role of banks in this study is that a bank has performed both as institute of learning as an institute of earning process. So this was the reason for choosing this subject. How this research benefits me? So it is benefiting me on both on my personal dimensions and professional dimension. Personally, I have gained analytical and research skills. I have understood the role of critical thinking and evaluation ability, and it has personally fulfilled the satisfaction level from contributing the knowledge that brings skill, finance, and livelihood development. And professionally, I have understood the deeper understanding of the entrepreneurship finance because there is an interplay between entrepreneurship, financial access, and rural growth, and enhanced policy competence so that training, financial inclusion, and livelihood generation is interlinked. Professional value addition is also reinforcing my identity as developed-oriented banking professionals after gaining this doctorate degree. So these are some publications works. One publication during 2024-25. It was on the topic of enhancing financial inclusion and business growth of micro enterprise in rural India, assessing the moderating role of bank support. Another topic was exploring the impact of green entrepreneurial orientation on corporate performance, the moderating role of green innovation in Indian manufacturing firms. All publications were in the Scopus Index journals, sir. These were the conference presentations. So I can explain. Thank you, sir.
Directly to the presentations.
Yes.
Directly.
Reviews at ATR.
It's okay. So we will directly go to the presentation of your thesis.
Okay, sir. So ATR is this. Yeah. So from here, I am starting the thesis presentation, sir. So, sir, we understand that unemployment has been a very much concern in the India economy, especially all developing.
बोल सकते हैं आराम से बैठिए सर.
Okay,
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, unemployment has been a major concern across not only, in developed country, more so in developing country. India being one country, so role basically is that solution is generally people say that formal job market is the solution for everything, but formal job market cannot be accessed for each and everyone. Here comes the role of entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship Basically, it is related with business idea, initiative skills, and innovations that helps in developing creativity, taking risk assumptions, capital and human resources, technology, marketing, customer. Ultimate idea is that venture is formed. Whether venture is micro, small, or medium, that is another thing. But either sole based or enterprise based institutions will come. In this segment, Government of India has come with entrepreneurship development institutions. The first established institution was in Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, and after that, many training and model initiatives came. One of such scheme is RCT. RCT is basically an institute in which it is a type of EDI in which role of bank is very crucial. In which role of banks is very crucial. So it helps in skill development. It gives in training and it helps in training, skill development, and simultaneously RCT is sponsored by a bank. I think, madam, कुछ किया क्या?
नहीं वो admit किया है। Somebody
Slide
will-
it.
Okay, slide is not working.
एक बार escape कर लीजिए।
इनको करो हेल्प करो।
हाँ, अब फिर से play कीजिए।
So RCT is having a special place because it is a sponsoring bank, and as a bank, it provides training as well as it provides financial access. So for enterprise, while training is very important, finance has been a topic of discussions which have been giving a gap to the entrepreneurs to establish their business. In that perspective, RCT is differently designed. And this way, RCT is helping creating entrepreneurial, and it further helps in economic growth. So this is that introduction that I have told. It's not working.
Have any data on this government flagship? No, just asking, sir. Do you have any data on government flagship programs? What is it? We have data.
I will show you, sir.
That is the thing.
No, उसी को करें। ठीक है, चलिए। नहीं, यहाँ नहीं। यहाँ नहीं, यहाँ नहीं। यहाँ पर।
You like a research. Yes, sir, please. Back. Yes, sir. प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट पे जाइए सर। प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट
वहीं से शुरू
प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट से शुरू करते हैं।
जी सर।
स्लाइड नंबर 15 है सर।
Escape कीजिए ना।
हाँ,
अगर दिक्कत हो रही है स्लाइड शो में तो आप इसी तरह से
इसी में कीजिए, ऐसा कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
उसका टाइम के लिए।
हाँ तो सर इसी में
हाँ
15 से शुरू कीजिए। हाँ
बस,
इसी
अब
मोड में
मैं
रख लेंगे।
समझ गई, शायद
You will have it in this mode only.
Yeah.
अब नेक्स्ट स्टेप पे जाइए।
नहीं, एक्चुअली कुछ स्लाइड डिजाइन ऐसे है कि वो सर फ्लो
अच्छा,
में
उसी
ही
में आएगा।
फ्लो में बेटर दिखेगा सर।
दिखेगा, कोई दिक्कत
जो
नहीं।
जहाँ आएगा वहाँ कर लेंगे
हाँ
सर। जी सर। So sir, problem statement that RCT is a joint initiative of three level. It is a Ministry of Rural Development at one hand, banks at the other hand, and also state government role is there. So aim is to convert rural youth from job seekers to job creators through skill training and credit linkage. The question is that existing studies largely focus on quantitative outputs, that is number of trainees, programs, funds, while neglecting deeper questions of long-term impact and sustainability. That is why this research started. So gaps are various types. One is outcome gaps. So most of the study, if sir, first of all, that study is mostly at district level. Some postgraduate students and BA graduates have done some studies. I have referred in the thesis, but those studies are one is in a district level, and the second thing is all research as of now was talking about settlement rates. Even government also talks about settlement rates. So my intention was to move beyond the settlement rate to check the entrepreneurial success. The another gap was antecedent role. So there was no defined literature establishing the role of entrepreneurial risk orientation and linking the RCT training itself with the entrepreneurial success. And then mediational role of entrepreneurial ability and bank support as a moderating role. These things were not as of carried out in any literature. So a study focus is basically checking the relationship between RCT training at one hand, entrepreneurial success, then the another antecedent being entrepreneurial risk orientations, and in between seeing the relationship of mediator and moderator. Significance of the study. So this has many significance, academic significance, that it is integrating many theoretical perspective like human capital theory, entrepreneurial ecosystem theory, RBB theory. The policy relevance is that it offers evidence-based insights to the Ministry of Rural Development and Ministry of Small Scale Development Industry for optimizing RCT performance and aligning it with national programs. Banking sector impact is that it will help in sponsoring banks enhance their dual role, like the role of credit appraisal and giving the financial strengthening system. RCT institutional value will enhance, and social and developmental impact will be that it will create more and more generate employment at the grass level.
No problem. It's okay.
चलो?
I understood.
Okay. Primary research question.
Objectives पे जाएगा. Objectives.
Objection. यहाँ पर I will use this, so it will help.
And yeah.
क्योंकि sir, I have mapped everything.
No issues.
तो sir, क्या हो क्या रहा है?
सर अगर आपको if you want अगर इसमें इसका मदद ले सकते हैं objectives वगैरह पढ़ना है तो
नहीं sir.
अच्छा वो अच्छा प्रिंट आउट है ना सर
इसका
ठीक है सर कोई दिक्कत नहीं आप इसी से बोलिए
without this also.
इसी में चल दीजिए क्योंकि ना ये हैंग कर रहा है बार बार।
नहीं इसमें ये वाला स्लाइड इम्पोर्टेंट था. Anyway, I will tell.
बता दीजिएगा
ठीक
पढ़ के
है ठीक है मैं बता दूंगा.
समझ गए
जी सर तुम So sir, thing is that first of all is came to the RCT training and interference perception. This is order to DV and IV of our study. So for this, our objective was to evaluate the direct impact of RCT training and intervention on the entrepreneurial success of its beneficiary. Objective another to investigate and when I'm seeing this relationship, then I'm seeing the entrepreneurial ability as a mediator. So the other objective was to investigate the mediating role of entrepreneurial ability in the relationship between RP and ES. So this was the first one. Later on, sir, I was entrepreneurial ability only. I was going through the various parameters. Then the committee, research proposal committee here, first 16 seconds, they told that you should among the entrepreneurial, I should cover risk-taking ability as a core things because that is ability. So while we were going and analyzing their study, not studying incorporate risk-taking ability, then I found an antecedent idea called entrepreneurial risk orientation. So I brought in this entrepreneurial risk orientation as an idea, and I checked the influence of this on ES. And the mediating role of EA on this relations. So accordingly, how does trainees innate RO influence their subsequent ES? It has the linkage with the objective to investigate. So first is the objective trainees innate RO on their subsequent ES and investigate the mediating role of EA on this relationship. So accordingly, my first hypothesis is coming from here. My next three hypotheses coming from here, and when I am coming to the entrepreneurial ability, then to what extent does this is the moderating support, moderating role. To what extent this band support moderate the relationship between A and ES? This gives me a hypothesis for moderator. And last, I have checked some control variables: age, gender, socio-economic condition, family size, based on which there are another 6 control variable based hypotheses. So this is the mapping of research objective, research questions, and the hypothesis. This because I had made it in overwritten, so one will come, one will go, one will come. So
technical issue.
technical issue.
मैं समझ गया कोई issue नहीं. There is no problem.
So I will move ahead now. So अब क्या हुआ? So additional research question and objective. So sir, when I started working on that, then actually every scales we had, but then scales for measuring RCT training impact on entrepreneurial success. We came to know that there are many scales for Kirkpatrick models, but mostly they are working on the 2 aspects of out of 4 aspects of Kirkpatrick model, and none of them were related to entrepreneurship. So I thought that I should work on developing. So this is another question, that indigenous scale be developed to effectively measure the training effective of RCT program. And what is the impact of RCT entrepreneurial training on participants' income and savings? How does this contribute to economic growth? These 2 additional hypotheses developed from here. So this is the overall conceptual framework after finalization of everything. So this ends the chapter 1, sir. Now chapter 2.
सर रिव्यू का नहीं चाहिए सर
नहीं,
रिव्यू का नहीं चाहिए
लिटरेचर रिव्यू पूरा आगे स्किप कर दे सर.
रिव्यू हटा दिया क्योंकि ऑलरेडी थीसिस में वैलिडेट किया है
जी सर.
तो कोई मतलब
और सर अप टू 2025 कवर भी किया है.
मैंने मेंशन
आपने कमेंट भी किया है.
रिपोर्ट में भी देखा होगा
जी
आपने
सर, जी सर.
अच्छा कैंडिडेट को दिखाते हैं मैडम आप
सर
अच्छा हमारे
ATR देने के लिए.
अच्छा हमारे
Taken report के लिए सिर्फ you have to share so that.
But thank you for evaluation that almost all parameters you have given positive comments.
हाँ जी सर मैंने वैलिडेट किया सर मुझे याद है इसलिए 2025 तक का था इसलिए फिर मैंने उसको बोला स्किप कर
इसको स्किप कर देते हैं सर. चैप्टर 3 में आते हैं.
हाँ जी
So sir, because of the special topic, lots of help came from the internal committee here and the other faculty and friends in this area. That this chapter was RCT model and its broader economic impact was to justify the topic heading that how is the influence of EDI on economic growth, because both are 2 different levels. One is district level, micro and meso level, and our GDP calculation is at the aggregate level, macro level.
trying to understand the state GDP at overall countries.
Sir, it was impossible to cover either district GDP or state GDP or national GDP. So that's why then I have divided this chapter in 2 roles, one giving the basic details of the RCT, and then only influencing, taking the secondary data and then linking economic savings and income before training, after training into the role of economic growth, because otherwise 2 different scales it was not measurable. So this is the design of the chapter 3. So this chapter 3 also, sir, part A, then it is mostly related to the concept literature review only of the, and this is part B, wherein I will show that. So
I have to see the major findings of chapter 3, sir. What are the major findings of
Yes.
chapter 3? What did you find in the chapter 3?
Yes.
Not the whole chapter.
Yes, sir. So simply 2-3 points I will tell. So among the various type of EDIs, our focus was on this bank sponsored RCT. So these are the various category of EDI existing in India. इसके बाद these are the designs of, ठीक है ये सब छोड़ देता हूँ. Yes. So the centrality of bank in the RCT structure. This is one important. So lead bank scheme is a scheme of the RBI under which a bank acting as a lead bank helps in formulation of credit policy at the agriculture and other requirement at the district level. And their district credit plan formulation, coordination, rural development programs are the key things. So bank as a sponsor in this, because RCT itself is a governed and sponsored by bank. So bank plays a role of a sponsor and manager and as a financier. This is unique position. Now, operational challenges I will leave this. This is the outcome that you are telling, sir. So this is the existing report of National Academy of Road Safety, annual report 23-24. Latest available is this one only, sir. So here we have seen the data that how many number of RCT are there in the all India data as well as Karnataka state data. And total candidates trained, total candidates, of which candidates settled under self-employment, of which candidates settled under wage employment. So even here that I was telling that their publications is basically dependent on settlement ratio only. And that is very, very excellent because 98%, 77% is a good performance. Here our focus was in, no, not this. This one. So impact of RCT training on participants' income and savings. So we have checked income before and income after training.
This training lasts for how many days, sir?
Sir, most generally this training lasts for 1 month.
1 month.
One generally. Some training are 1 to 3 months.
So you have taken like 3 months training.
Sir,
People are like everybody who took the training.
I have because sir, I mean I appreciate your point in that ATR that you revive that you were telling cross sectional points, no. So that was a discussion point under myself also, that how to cover it. Then what we have done, I have done, sir. So I have taken the participants who have taken the training in the last 7 years. So my sampling was 2018 to 2024 trainees passed out of this. So having said that, some will be 24 passed, some will be 22 passed. So though it is a cross-sectional in design, somewhere I am taking a longitudinal perspective of the trainee who have taken it in past. So this was the design. So it covers everyone, sir. Last 7 years trainees passed out of this and having established and interpreted.
Irrespective of the time period of training they have taken, like
Irrespective of that.
months,
Yes,
it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter because they are successful training.
Don't you think, sir, like 1 month training will be less impactful than 3 month training?
But sir,
in terms of impact.
But sir, thing is that I agree this point. But we have to understand that this is a training for illiterate, poor educated, non-matriculate or matriculate candidates, where the basic question was survival instinct, because they should not be linked to the malfunctioning aspect of the society and they should not deviate from the streamline. So to bring them back into the forum, it is basically skill training. So 90% of the training that I was showing you, sir. So this one. So agri-based courses, product-based courses, service-based courses, general EDP. So 90% courses are only 1 month only. Every state has their fixed modules. So whatever is on the offer, candidate will get that, get some tailoring and other expert, and based on that, they will go for either job or they're establishing their own business.
Major findings of this chapter. What did you find from this chapter?
Yeah, this I was telling. Yeah. So income before and income after training, it came that mean was increased from 1.4 to 2.6. Establishing that there was sufficient income after training. Likewise, savings before and savings after training suggested that enhanced financial discipline and saving behaviors post training helped in capital formation. So these two are the takeaways from chapter 3.
So one is financial discipline.
Yes.
One is income,
and the other is savings.
Discipline.
Savings, yeah. Converting into capital formation.
Okay, you have seen this conversion of financial savings into
earnings into income and savings, leading to capital formation that they may reapply or they may use it for their livelihood.
You call it as financial discipline.
Yes. Great. So it is pushing to economic growth at the household level.
Income is converted into savings. Savings is again further converted into
capital formation.
Right.
This way I have linked it, sir. So that ends chapter 3, sir. Chapter 4.
And just tell me this one, sir, like sample size.
Yeah. So this is the population sampling frame, sampling technique.
You explained all in like last 7 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have explained.
You have already explained.
Yes, sir.
Next.
Yes.
Criteria.
So sampling size, sir. So these are the various methods that I came forward. And as per this forward, 385 was the Cochrane formula, it was the minimum. Then we say design effect because in Karnataka state being a unique state where there are two types of RCTs. One is RCT of the sponsoring banks and one is root city of some trust, SDT trust. So we used this design effect. Then this data became 770 something, 770. Based on that, we shared the 1050 questionnaires and 945 was our final data, sir. Yes, sir. So these were the exclusion and inclusion criteria, sir. And sir, again here, because sampling was basically purposive and what I say, non-probability. So somehow this selection of RCT I did stratified. So these three is representing the South Bengaluru. These two is representing the Central Bengaluru, and these two representing North Bengaluru. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that way, this is representing the overall sampling structure, sir.
You are working in Karnataka.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right now, sir, also, sir?
Right now I am in Mumbai, sir. Just last year I have transferred.
Okay. That's all.
Yes, sir.
All the areas are very well known. Yes, I belong to Andhra.
Oh,
I know all these places.
okay. Andhra, where from, sir?
Kannur.
So I have worked in Hyderabad, sir, 2007 to 12. And I have also worked in Andhra Bank, then Andhra Bank, 2005 to 7.
The areas, whichever you have shown.
Yes, sir.
I know all these areas. Next.
Measurement goals. So these are the constructs, basically entrepreneurial success, bank support, ability, ERO, and RCT training effectiveness. For these four, I have used the existing skills, and for RCT, I have developed my own skills of 23 items. And statistical tools, sir, measurement and structural modeling was done on Smart PLS, rest was carried through SPSS. So that ends chapter 4.
Okay.
Scale development is okay, sir.
Yeah, this is the main thing.
Yes, sir. So result and discussions. So initially, demographic details presented through a pie chart, demographic profile, marital status, regions, family types. So this is showing the non-normality of the data based on which selection of the tools was carried out. So here from structural equation modeling. So structural equation modeling basically, as we understand that when there are multivariate models, then it helps a lot understanding the relationships between multivariate. So basically there are two models here, measurement model and a structural model. Measurement model is used to establish the reliability and validity of the statistical aspect of the data, and the structural model is used to prove the relationship in the model. So for measurement model, here what I have to say, yeah. So measurement model, same thing, sir. RCT training, ERO became the antecedent, DV, EA is the mediator, bank support is the moderator, entrepreneurial success is the independent variable for which we have checked it. Here, sir, one thing we have done that in our model, I have also gone through lower order construct and higher order construct. So lower order construct, basically lower order construct is the factors behind the variable IVs. So here reaction, behavior, learning, result. These are the four component of the Kirkpatrick's model, RCT training, to evaluate RCT training. Risk propensity and risk taking ability was to evaluate the ERO. Entrepreneurial creativity, proactivity, opportunism, and vision was used to check the entrepreneurial ability, and customer intimacy, leadership, product leadership, perceived sacrifice, and service quality was used to check the bank support. So these are the various measurements. Yeah, so Cronbach alpha technical things are there. So this is discriminant validity. And this
Discriminant quality.
This one?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I have used STMT ratio. That value is between 8.3 to 9.37, and the threshold is that any cutoff bit beyond 0.90 normally, proves that validity is good. So higher order construct. So those five DVs and IVs constitute of higher order, and validation of higher order construct we have carried out through a measurement model in which VIF, outer weights, T value, P value, and outer loading was considered. Basically, a value VIF of this study of joint, it is used a disjoint two-stage approach. This is a technique within the PLSM to use to study higher order construct for the measurement model, under measurement model. Structural model assessment. So the relationship testing is done through VIF, explanatory power, predictive relevance. The data will be in the next slide, I think. Yeah, so these are the path for which VIF is indicated here. RCT training with ES is 1.789, ERO with ES, RCT training with EA, ERO with EA, bank support with entrepreneurial success, and entrepreneurial ability with entrepreneurial success. So all VIF values were below the recommended threshold of 5, indicating that no significant collinearity issued during the study. Structural model assessment coefficient of determination analysis is used through R square value. R square value is basically established by R square value above 0.20 indicate a weak value, whereas value above 0.50 suggests a moderate explanatory strength. So here value is suggesting moderate explanatory strength. It explains 60.8% of variance, and entrepreneurial ability is 42.6% variance of entrepreneurial success. Structural model assessment, predictive accuracy analysis is through Q square. Resulting Q square value were 0.60 and 3.312 for entrepreneurial success. So higher it says that Q values greater than 0.50 signifies moderate to strong predictive capability. Relationship testing. So these are the relationships, and basically beta value, T value, and P value is the core determinant of the relationship testing. So P value is 0, which should be below than 0.05, and T value is above 1.92, some values prescribed, and beta is less than 0.50 above. So all these three establishes that these 5 relations existed. This is bootstrap T value graph. Mediation analysis. So beta, T, and P value of the mediation analysis indicated that RCT training boosts success both directly and through improved ability. Likewise, entrepreneurial risk orientation also succeed. Entrepreneurs succeed mainly through enhanced entrepreneurial ability. That is coming through this data. So moderation analysis also, interaction between E and back support was significant with beta value, T value, and P confirming a moderation effect. Bank support amplified the impact of entrepreneurial ability on success.
You said that bank support enhances the conversion of entrepreneurial abilities shaped by training and risk orientation into tangible entrepreneurial success. So that how could you conclude that, sir? Like
Bank support enhances conversion of entrepreneurial ability shaped by training and risk orientation into tangible entrepreneurial outcomes. So, sir, like we have seen, so anyway, so sir, like RCT training and ES.
capital formation, you are taking it as entrepreneurial success or financial discipline?
No, sir. For this study, the relationship to understand the bank influence was in terms of these 4 parameters. One is customer intimacy. The other is product leadership. What product they are bringing to as per the need of those entrepreneurs. Then is perceived sacrifice. So bank support sacrifices are coming and perceived by the entrepreneur or not, and then service quality is how much. So the interpretation at this extent that I was showing, This is basically based on these 4 dimensions, not on that, sir.
No problem. Please go ahead, sir.
So this is based on those 4 parameters. So ANOVA for other demographic variables, 2-way ANOVA results are there. So I have checked this gender, age level, income before, family type, then the interaction between gender and age level, and the interaction between income before and family type. So it had a significant effect, indicating that pre-training income levels influence post-training entrepreneurial success. So H9 is supported, and H9A, H9B, and H9D was not supported, and H9C and H9F also was not supported. So slope analysis again for the same. Now discussions there. So H1 to H5, basically key findings are there, and the result shows that these relations have existed and established. H6 is a mediator role, establishing that entrepreneurial ability partially mediated the training success relationship. Likewise, entrepreneurial ability partially mediated the effect of ERO on success, and bank support significantly strengthened the positive link between ability and success. So these are the 8 hypothesis discussions. 9A, B, and D was not supported. C and 1 was positive influence was seen. Now implications, sir. So implications I have brought in 2-3 aspects. One is theoretical implications. Because of skill development and linkage with the existing literature, so it is reinforcing human capital theory, extending resource-based views theory, support of entrepreneurial orientation theory, and integrating social support theory, and validating Kirkpatrick's 4-level model. Managerial implications, competency-based training design has been used. It is implicating experiential learning method, incorporating simultaneous real-life business projects and case-based learning to enhance practical understanding and skill applications. Post-training support, like implemented structured mentorship, incubation, and alumni networks to ensure the sustained application. Focus on risk orientations can be carried out. Role of financial institutions have been checked out. Institutional coordination will further enhance the entrepreneurial outcomes. That is the ultimate things. Practical implications, strengthening RCT training by continuing investing in capacity building programs. Modernized curriculum, because now digital entrepreneurship and digital financial literacy is emerging.
So not implication, this is your suggestion maybe.
Yes, sir.
This is not implication, no?
Not
Modernized
as of now, not in.
Yeah, it is
Yes.
not implication of your study.
No.
It could be
It
the
could be
suggestion of
future
your study.
applications on the future
You
study.
can suggest them based
Yes.
upon your study.
Yes, sir.
Further suggestions you can make, no?
Yes, sir.
I think it will come there, not in the implications. Anyway, no problem.
Yes, sir. Like enhanced risk to promote calculated risk taking through business simulation, scenario exercise, and risk management. So basically, these implications are for the institutions. They can make use of a few of them as per their suitability to enhance their further entrepreneurial success outcomes. So policy implications again, sir, like emerging RCT 2.0 vision is under discussions in Ministry of Rural Development. Focus on digital transformation, outcome-based evaluation instead of settlement, that will be helping understand the better outcome. Integration with national missions, like so many other programs of Government of India is there. So one program can be linked with other programs like that. This is, as you said, sir, so it is future.
These are not implications.
Yes, sir.
It will be like suggestions from your side to the future.
Yes, sir.
No problem.
So now this is again, sir, based on the pre-thesis review that it was suggested that better you present objective versus findings. So this is the summary of the objectives and findings. So one by one construct indigenous skills was constructed, income increased, RCT training, ERO, ES success, partial mediation supported, partial mediation for ERO and ES, moderation effect, only income before training significant, gender, age, level, family was not significant. This is the objective versus thing. Conclusion, sir. So, study explored these parameters. Key findings were RCT training improved entrepreneurial ability and success. ERO positively influenced ability and success, and entrepreneurial ability mediated and bank support moderated these relationships. So skills, risk taking, and institutional jointly drive success, emphasizing the need for competency-based training, mentorship, and financial inclusion, and highlighting coordination among RCTs, banks, and local bodies for better outcomes. Concludes that rural entrepreneurship thrives when training, ability, risk orientation, and support system work together, advancing empowerment and rural development. Limitations. So, conducted in selected RCTs, so finding may not generalize to other regions of the country. Design was cross-sectional. You have already indicated, sir, that for future I may work on the longitudinal aspects. So that is one point. Self-reported responses always having some element of back bias. So that is limitations, and focused on limited variables. So further factors like innovation, policy, or digital adoptions can be undertaken in future research. So broaden the scope, like future research, we can further scope can be broadened, wherein comparing RCTs with other programs, or like a Karnataka state where by nature entrepreneurship is a culture, and a state like Jharkhand, Bihar, Odisha, where this is still out of way. So a future study can be also RCTs in entrepreneur cultured state vis-a-vis entrepreneurial developing state. That can be another way of future scope. Longitudinal and mixed method can be used in future. Objective data, including financial records, sales growth of the business itself, like taking some segments of the business and checking their sales growth, etc. Model expansion can be think of while integrating innovation, orientation, digital literacy, sustainability practices, policy intervention, etc. Gender and institutional focus can explore gender-based differences and the moderating role of mentorship, incubation, financial literacy programs, and advanced analytics is that as of now it is PLS same. So maybe CBS same or AN or FSQCA can be used to uncover complex nonlinear relationships in future. So few sample references are presented here. With this, I conclude, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your detailed presentation. And I, at the very outset, congratulate the student as well as the research supervisor for having taken up this topic, which is very much pertinent for economic growth of the country. So I think आपका procedure है मैडम, पहले हम पूछेंगे, आप लोग पूछेंगे. I have few questions, sir, कि जो मैंने पूछा भी था, sir. I would like to have some answers from you, sir. So yeah. So first question is like, you found that the rural entrepreneurship thrives when human capital development, risk-taking orientation, and institutional support converge.
Yes, sir.
So I would like to know what are your suggestions to the policymakers on this front to promote rural entrepreneurship in the context of your finding?
Yes, sir.
Particular finding.
Yes, sir. So, sir, as we have seen that 3 antecedents are there. So suggestion will be based on those 3 antecedents. So research is saying that entrepreneurial success is based on, first of all, that human capital development. So human capital development is coming through RCT training. So that even you were telling that 1 month or 3 months period is too small. So the suggestion is that maybe a widespread thought can be taken that period should be enhanced, or what is the dimension of the entrepreneur area for which this can be enhanced. Maybe tailoring can be learned in 1 month, but maybe something in the with the sort of digital and data oriented things can be taken 5 months, 6 months period. So the first suggestion is capability enhancement, training curricula, change in training curricula to enhance or decrease or increase the period to suit the need, because already they are working last for 20-25 years. So assumably I understand that they have also gone through this understanding and need, and perhaps for that they have prescribed a period of 1 month or 3 months, but there is the work requirement.
You have submitted to the Ministry of Rural Development also, sir, your thesis.
Not directly,
How
maybe.
can they know that you have worked on this particular?
I think they are.
You can send a copy there.
Maybe I will send, sir.
To the director of this training or somebody.
Yes.
So that it will be useful. Actually, what happens? Your thesis will go into Shodh Ganga.
Yes, sir.
And they don't know, nobody knows whether they will look at it or not.
Yes, sir.
Instead, you can directly send it to somebody at director level.
We
So
will
that
explore,
your
sir.
suggestions will be implemented by the policy makers over there.
Yes.
And the
We will
thesis will
explore.
have a real purpose actually.
Yes, sir.
I think you will also be having a professional satisfaction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because
Yes.
you are given a significant insight into their training programs, otherwise would have been costed them a lot
Yes, sir.
by hiring a consultant.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So I think you could try that, sir,
I'll explore,
along with the suggestions.
explore, sir.
You can instead you can make a synopsis also,
Yes.
a summary of your thesis.
Yes.
Many people may not be having the time to read the whole thesis.
Yes,
So you can send a thesis as well as a summary of the thesis to the senior officials of Ministry of Rural Development.
Yes, sir.
So you can explore that also
Sure, sir.
by including all the suggestions which you have told.
Yes, sir.
Other is like it was confined to the Karnataka state, right?
Yes,
The
sir.
study.
Yes.
But whether the findings can be generalized to a larger geographical entity, is it possible?
Sir, as I told you, that Karnataka is generalization basically depends on, what is the socio-economic condition of the candidate, then what is the institutional support mechanism there, then what is the cultural context there, and entrepreneurial ecosystem, how it is developing. Like Karnataka, there is many clusters of entrepreneurships, especially Dharwad area is very high clusters. So thing is that when there is a cluster, accessibility is very easier for one aspirants. But suppose I replicate the model for Jharkhand or Odisha or Bihar, probably that will not be appropriate because socio-economic conditions of the participant will be different. Then social context and entrepreneurial ecosystem itself is quite at large variance between the state of Karnataka and Jharkhand. So that is why, in my opinion, generalization is not appropriate at this moment, sir.
Other question you already answered regarding this cross-sectional design during our discussion. So I will not go into that. One more question, like to what extent does the longitudinal and this mixed method designs can track the long-term effects in the context of the present study?
So, sir, as I was telling, basically, a better understanding of the design will be when it is both qualitative and quantitative. Okay, so as of now, somehow it is more quantitative, lesser qualitative, because cross-sectional was not there. So when we are saying long-term, that to minimize that long-term bias, as I had suggested there, that I have taken a sampling frame of last 7 years, so that at least to some extent I can bear that. So my thing is that as of now, mixed method approaches can fill the gap for this. Maybe I can use it in future references, future research if I will proceed further.
One last question from my side, sir. You mentioned about inclusive growth 2 or 3 times. I would like to know what exactly do you mean by that?
So inclusive growth is a very fundamental concept. So when this concept emerged, initially it was related with growth in terms of finance in banking sector. But gradually it was felt that a human being needs support on 2-3 aspects. So earlier, even banking, it was related to saving aspect. So more and more account were opened. So it was understood to be a growth aspect. But then it was understood, no. bringing them for financial savings is one aspect, providing them credit is another aspect. So the aspect emerged from savings to credit, and then of late we are emphasizing on the insurance. So saving, credit, and insurance put together can bring inclusivity in terms of financial aspect. So again, if we say behavioral inclusivity, if we say psychological inclusivity, then it will be different dimension. But I am as of now talking related to the financial aspects.
When you talk about that, there are two aspects. One is participation, other is distribution. So you are talking about the participation part, basically, largely, right? One is participation. Inclusive growth has got two components. One is participation, other is distribution. So the growth, when I talk about growth, I'm talking about economic growth, basically.
Yes.
So growth without participation will lead to a lethargic citizen.
Only supply side mechanism.
Right. On the other hand, only participation without distribution will lead to exploitation of the common people who are a part of the growth story, actually.
Yes.
What I would like to say, do you think these programs, which you mentioned just now, will promote inclusivity? Is it
So-
will be a tool for to
So,
achieve inclusivity?
So I believe so, because sir, there are two aspects. As you said, I see it in supply and demand role. So demand is that it is the seeker is the person who has been hungered, who has no job, and who has been who is at the verge of getting debited from the mainstream of the society. So demand is that they want to come to live, to earn their livelihood. So once they coming for that purpose, and then supply is from this institutions, then it is a proper synergy. But if it is only that institutions is there, and I am bringing some 10 people that you come and do this training, then probably that training will not evolve. So basically a balance between demand and supply can only bring the inclusivity. Either of the two way will be not giving the desired result.
Yes, sir. So these are the questions from my side. That is all from my side. Any questions from the audience? You are-
Hello, hello.
Charles,
Yes, I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, a nice presentation you have given, and nicely you have addressed the questions raised by another expert, external expert. I will ask two questions. One question is, if I ask you to rate your research work in a 1 to 10 scale, 10 is a higher side, 1 is lower side. At what scale you will rate it? It cannot be 10 out of 10.
Yes, sir. So I will rate as per my own things. I will rate it, sir, somewhere 8.5 to 9, 8 to 9, 8.4, 8.5.
Okay. So, if I ask you to make it 10 out of 10, what improvement can you can suggest to take it to the next level, 10 out of 10?
So, sir,
What are the improvements you will suggest in the present study?
sir. So, sir, we are, I mean, previous generation people. So we have never thought of 10 out of 10, because our curriculum earlier was like that. Getting a 60% was a school topper. I myself have got 72%.
No, you just talk about your research study. So where the improvement is required to make it 10 out of 10? Every research, listen, every research has always there is a scope for improvement. So what is the scope for the improvement?
Sir, two aspects I am seeing here, sir.
Yeah.
One is that just like presently it was carried out in Karnataka. So if I carry a similar research in a state where entrepreneurial ecosystem is not much flourished, then there will be proper insight of top and bottom seeing, so that convergent policy can be approached to enhance the poorly eco-based systems at par with the upperly eco-based system. This is one aspect that I will include, and the another aspect is that, sir, sustainability is the concept. Like when I even started this research, even my question was that when so much good point is coming from the government of India, 92%, 95% settlement rate. So first I have converted that to entrepreneurial success. Now I would like to measure that out of these 100 people, let us say 80 people have established their entrepreneurships. Out of those 80 entrepreneurship, after 2 years or 5 years, 7 years, how many are really still doing, or have they changed their job, or they have gone to earn their livelihood through employment mode? Those are the things
Okay.
for which data collection will be difficult, but that included, it will be 10 out of 10, sir.
Okay. And what was the geography of your research study and the sample size?
Sir, geography was, sir, Karnataka state, entire state covering, but that was divided into three stratified areas: South Karnataka, North Karnataka, and Central Karnataka. And the sample size consisted of 945, sir.
Okay. So there is a wider scope for improvement when you talk about the larger geographical area across India, pan India. There is a lot of scope actually. You can
Yes,
do
sir.
it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
And similarly, the sample size also you can increase and go to the next level.
Yes, sir.
So I definitely wish for better research in near future. You should publish a good research paper in A category or Q1, Q2 journals. I will ask one more question, which is again very important. PhD is the highest degree any university normally award, right?
Sir.
So why the ICFAI university should award you PhD degree? How you can justify this? My question, you have to answer in 5 bullet points. Why they should confer you the PhD degree, which is the highest degree of in anybody's career actually.
Okay, okay,
Why
okay.
they should confirm you PhD degree, right? How you can justify it? Answer in a 5 bullet point.
Okay, so sir, thing is that the research should be originality. So I have brought in originality at two level. One level is theoretical integrations of 5 theories integrated to analyze the model, and the
Okay.
other originality is that I have developed a scale for measuring entrepreneurial training success based on the Kirkpatrick's 4 level of model, like reaction, learning, behavior, and result. So
Okay.
in literature there are many, but those are basically, sir, in the based on 2 outcomes, not all 4 outcomes. So this is another second point. Third
Okay.
point is that, sir, that intervention, mediator role and moderating role has never been examined in entrepreneurial perspective, especially in Indian concept, in Indian perspective. So entrepreneurial ability as a moderator and bank support as a moderator is the, again, originality and methodology, original aspect in my research. So these are 4 points. And fifth point was that, sir, it was based on the suggestion given by in the second review committee by one external member, that while understanding risk taking ability should be also considered, even if it is a need-based skill development program. So in that way, I came with this risk-taking ability, and that ability was converted to be IV named as entrepreneurial risk orientation. So
Okay.
this was the fifth point.
Okay.
And any more, sir? Can I continue,
So
or?
I'm just asking, this research output definitely address the, it has applied in nature, will address the social issues to some extent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Social
It
issue,
will address
because
the social issues.
yes, sir. So social issues are very first social issue that it started working, that poverty, unemployment was the
So it is applied in nature, which is action as well as decision oriented. I hope so. Hello.
unemployment. This whole research is aiming at to reduce the unemployment in the country by giving self training for enhancement of self employment was another thing, and then self entrepreneurship. So that way it is helping society a lot, sir.
Okay, okay, good, good. I'm very happy about your answers which you have given. And overall, I like your presentation and your research thesis. So, from my side, there is no issue. I recommend your thesis for awarded degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
Thank you, sir.
All the
Thank you, sir.
best to you as well as your research guide. Thank you from my side.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Uh, So, sir, I request you to kindly.
Okay, आपका भी है?
हाँ जी मेरा हो सर
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam. Yeah.
Sir,
Yes, madam.
Chavan, sir, we have. Chavan, sir,
Yes,
we
sir.
have our Honorable Registrar, Sir Dr. Professor J.B. Patnaik, sir, with us.
Areva, very good, madam. Very good, very good. 1 minute. I just.
So, sir, if you are okay, can we declare?
Yes, 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 madam. Go ahead. Go ahead.
On the basis.
All the best. Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
Fine, fine, thank you, sir.
I'm driving also. Yes, okay. All the best. All the best. All the best, sir.
On
Yeah.
the recommendation of the external examiners, we conferred the degree, doctoral degree to
Amar Shankar.
Amar Shankar, Mishra ji. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. All the best. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All the best and good research work. And thank you. All the best to madam also. Congratulations to madam as well as the research student.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir, sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come. Oh, I mean, you attended the entire session. Come this side.
Yes, I attended.
Thank you. सारा formalities करते हैं signature वगैरह.
So, thank you, Chavan, sir.
All the best. Congratulations
Thank you, sir.
and good research work. Actually, I liked it.
काफी मेहनत किया था अच्छा काम था work was very
Yeah, good. All the best.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
good. Ministry of Rural